Hey everybody. Okay, let's just jump into it. I don't really care about GameStop, but I was just showing this from the get-go just because it's the only earnings of a company that anybody really cares about this afternoon. And as you can see, it really doesn't know quite what to do with itself. Yeah, who cares? I have no position, obviously. Didn't even really have any strong opinion on it, but it's a big meme stock, and I'm sure a lot of people are interested. So typical kind of mayhem where it shot up, then it shot down, and now it's just sort of where it closed on the day, wiggling around. Maybe the conference call will clear the air a bit. But let's talk about some more general things than that. And we start with the ES, which actually managed to go down today, 15.5 points. As we look at this more broadly, we are still well above the old 4186.57 level that had served as resistance for so long, again and again and again and again and again, and that was finally conquered in earnest really this month. And so now what we're doing is we are floating just below this level here, which is the, and let's just hold on a sec. Is this an error in their chart? Let's just find out. So in this instance, this shows at 4327.50, which is the peak, supposedly, of the mid-August activity. If we go to a daily, 4433. So isn't that interesting? I wonder, I'm going to step away for a second and check my own chart. Hang on just a sec. Okay, I'm back, so you didn't even miss me. Yeah, this is the actual value. I don't know what is going on with this business right here, but it's very odd because if we look at the daily chart, it shows 4433 as the peak on the 16th of August. But if I look at the weekly, and indeed if I look at slope charts, it states that it's 4327.50. Regardless, this is the neckline of this substantial inverted head and shoulders pattern, which I would really prefer we not get above if you don't mind. But for the moment, we've eased away from that. And I think between now and Wednesday, we're just going to be like in screw around mode. Maybe Tuesday CPI will break things loose, but the market really doesn't know what to do with itself, except in as much as the small caps are going absolutely berserk. So anyway, that's the ES, down a bit on the day, but really who cares, because it's been just ambling around this range for the past 4 days or so, 4 trading days. The real zany one, of course, is the RTY, the small caps, and it was only recently, I mean, we only have to dial back to a month ago, May 4, to see a level that was basically the same level as the deepest depths of October. And just let that sink in for a second. So this was the bottom of all of 2022, and we were still there last month. Whereas now it feels like, you know, things have gone absolutely berserk. At the moment, the only, and there's no clear pattern here. This has been just a crazy range-bound beast. I would say that this line matters in as much as it represented this base that we've escaped from. And this line matters in as much as it's the peak of this left shoulder. This has been a very rapid ascent, as you can see, like so. And you know, oddly, this is just a skosh higher than even that left shoulder, so we'll just push it up there. But very range bound, as you can see. And the midpoint, more or less, of that range was what it really had to beat. And once it beat it right here, it was like off to the races. This just tore through it yesterday, and then just kind of ambled around and then augmented its gains today. So whereas the NASDAQ was down, you know, 262 points, the RTY had a grand old time. It was up over 2% today. As far as NQ goes, that was the weakest of them all. As we back up to, let's go all the way back to a weekly on this. you can see here that we've had virtually an uninterrupted explosion higher all year long. This is where we started at the beginning of the year, way down at basically 10,750, and we're about, what, 35% higher than that now? And in the same kind of, I mean, this is incredible to me. We are valued now where we're in June 2021. And I believe in June 2021, interest rates were zero, and the debt was trillions of dollars less. Basically, as bad as things were, we were in a lot better shape. But we have matched that price again, thanks largely to AI. But I will say the world of AI is looking a little rougher around the edges. At least it's not absolutely exploding like it was. There's the simple AI itself. There's NVIDIA, which is looking a little dodgy. This is kind of the day that changed everything right here. And we've just been kind of ambling around that zone like so. But I would say, and it used to be that I had positions in everything. Like you could name a ticker symbol that I didn't have a position in. Now it's like almost nothing. But I would note that we have seemed to have breached this rather broad trading range here. This is pretty big too. This range is from 375 up to like 420. So that $45 of range in across these weeks, and it's just busting below that and beginning to intrude upon this post-earnings bullgasm right here. Okay, wrap up with a couple of odds and ends. I got out of all my ETFs today. In fact, I'm going to switch. I'm going to get away from these charts and go back to my own platform. Okay, so here, good old slope charts. So I trimmed back even more today. I mean, you can see the blood dripping out of my kneecaps here. I'm down to a mere 10 positions, all of them simple equity puts. I'll just show you the 3 ETFs I got out of. One of them, probably a mistake, but SMH, I got out of this one today, which probably means it's going to collapse. But in any case, I got out of that. It still looks like it has every good chance to at least test the breakout level here. XME, this one just broke my heart because this is such a gorgeous pattern here, but we're just pushing deep enough into it that it's just like, forget it. As a substitute, what I did is I got into US Steel X, which is still respecting its own head and shoulders pattern. And then finally, XOP, another heartbreaker here. This had been looking so good. I got into it on Monday, threw off a nice profit. Got even better on Tuesday, but then reversed, and then today went blowing over this trend line. So I just waved the white handkerchief at that one as well. So still feeling pretty bummed about this market as a whole. 30% cash, a mere 10 positions, none of which expire before September, and some of which literally I'm going into 2025 at this point, believe it or not. I mean, I'm getting so conservative on time. And that is the Grim Report. So I'll leave it at that and see you later.